Your body isn't broken, it's not stubborn, it's not betraying you. The reason it won't shut off is way more uncomfortable than that. Your body doesn't believe you anymore, not because you're a bad person, but because you've taught it, over and over, that night is not actually safe. And once you see how that happens, this whole thing stops feeling mysterious and starts feeling fixable. If you want the full reset that actually rebuilds that trust, I laid it out clean and step by step in the guide. But even without that, this explanation alone usually hits people right in the chest. Here's the hard truth most insomniacs never hear. Your body doesn't fall asleep because you want it to. It falls asleep when the nervous system decides the environment, and the person running it, are predictable and safe enough to let go. Sleep is not a command, it's permission, and right now, your body hasn't been given a reason to grant it. Think about how your days actually run. You push through exhaustion, you override signals, you tell yourself, one more thing, I'll rest later. I don't have time to feel this. You stay functional by force. You stay calm by suppressing. You stay productive by ignoring what your body is asking for. From your perspective, that's discipline. From your nervous system's perspective, that's abandonment. You keep proving that when things get quiet, you don't slow down safely. You collapse, scroll, dissociate, or knock yourself out and call it rest. So when night comes and you finally lie down, your body doesn't think, great, we're safe now. It thinks, oh shit, here it comes. This is when everything we've been holding back might surface. That's why your heart rate stays up. That's why your muscles won't release. That's why your brain keeps scanning. Your body isn't fighting sleep. It's guarding you from it. This is the part that flips the script for most people. Insomnia isn't your system failing to relax. It's your system doing its job too well. It learned that you are capable of ignoring exhaustion, pushing past limits, and demanding performance even when it's not okay. So now it stays online to protect you from a shutdown it doesn't trust. And yeah, people love to blame caffeine, screens, blue light, dopamine, supplements, circadian rhythm. Those things matter, but they're secondary. None of them explain why someone can be exhausted all day and wired the second their head hits the pillow. That only makes sense if the body associates rest with danger instead of recovery. Here's something that sounds simple but changes everything. Your nervous system learns from patterns, not intentions. It doesn't care that you mean to rest. It cares what actually happens when you stop moving. If every night ends with mental chaos, emotional spillover, intrusive thoughts, or a spike of anxiety, your body learns that stillness equals threat, silence equals exposure, bed equals vulnerability, and once that association is built, no amount of willpower fixes it. This is why forcing sleep makes things worse. You're basically saying, shut up and let go, to a system that already doesn't trust you. Of course it pushes back. Of course it ramps up. Of course it stays alert. From its point of view, you're asking it to do the one thing that's felt unsafe for a long time. The real question isn't, how do I make my body sleep? It's, how do I show my body that I won't abandon it the second things slow down? That's a trust problem, not a sleep problem. And trust isn't rebuilt with hacks, it's rebuilt with consistency, predictable endings, clear signals that the day is actually over, not just physically, but neurologically. Most people never close the loop on their day. They just stop working and expect the system to magically downshift. But the nervous system doesn't run on clocks, it runs on completion. If it doesn't feel like the job is done, it stays online. This is why so many insomniacs feel better when they stay up late doing something distracting. At least the system knows what's happening. At least it's not being asked to drop into uncertainty. Sleep becomes the scary part, not the day. When you start rebuilding trust, slowly, consistently, something weird happens. Your body stops bracing at night, not all at once, not magically, but gradually. Your heart rate drops faster, your thoughts lose urgency, the urge to distract fades, and you stop feeling like you have to knock yourself out to get unconscious. This is exactly the process I walk through in the guide, because it's not intuitive, and most people try to skip the part that actually matters. Here's the most important reframe. Your body isn't refusing to shut down because it's broken. It's staying awake because it learned that you might not keep it safe when it does. Once you stop proving that lesson every day, it starts unlearning it. Sleep isn't something you take, it's something you're allowed into, and permission comes from trust. If this explanation feels uncomfortably accurate, that's not an accident. This pattern is incredibly common among insomniacs, and it's also reversible, not with force, not with tricks, but with the right signals, repeated enough times that your body finally believes you mean it when you say it's okay to let go.